I'm just in the mood to do a pollen engine. Hopefully that's cool with you guys. Creating a wand today that utilizes the pollen engine in kind of some funny way. I think that seems like could be a fun time. The reason it's specifically referred to like pollen is the thing that is used for this stuff is because pollen is kind of like a combination of a projectile and like I don't know if physics object is the best way to put it, but like your character can physically interact with it. Like you can shoot pollen and it will damage the pollen. Like it will interact with certain things. So imagine if a spark trigger, well, it will even put 2 spark triggers because that helps you maybe grasp it a little bit more. So if this first spark trigger, this first one right here, hits something, it will deliver this spark trigger. But since this spark trigger does not have a payload, imagine if it wrapped and it grabbed the first spark trigger and placed it in it, just like regular spell wrapping. Okay, well, that kind of already does take place, right? That does occur. You can have one spark trigger, fire another spark trigger, which grabs the first spark trigger. But when it wraps and it grabs it, it literally just grabs it on its own. Like it's just a lone spark trigger. It just, that's where the loop ends. But with this add trigger pollen loops, essentially it's just doing this. This gets moved to here, and then this needs to fire off something, which then grabs here, and this needs it's pretty much like doing something similar to this. And it just keeps going.
You should look it for next time. It will be less pirate software like and more professional.
My eyes, oh shit. About to pollen an all-nighter waiting for the bed. What are the chances this goes horribly wrong? The odds would be like in the early game. That's like the classic Noita. You know, if I'm gonna fuck up, it is likely unrelated to the pollen engine. I mean, we're gonna fuck up on the pollen engine, but death shouldn't be the repercussions. Does the fact that you have a spider wife increase the weebiness of your stream? What the hell are you guys talking about? We could grab an early projectile eater. It's not the worst, but it's not like my favorite either. It's like in the middle ground. We're gonna go ahead and do a roll. Ooh, definitely not the move. I guess we'll do one more reroll. This is a pretty greedy move. I hope I get at least something noteworthy out of it. Oh, fuck, this is bad. We could do a trick blood money run. Let's go ahead. Create a little pheromone pool right here. And you drop in that wand. Then we throw the tablet, and this actually drops blood money that heals you. It's pretty cheesy though. I gotta say, it's it's a little dirty. It's a little bit downright filthy, but basically you'll just be you'll basically just be healing a tiny bit at a time. But if you are ever desperate and you're like, I want that first win so bad, I'll do whatever it takes. Well, it's like, well, you could use this method to slowly generate your health back up. This used to be a much easier and more OP method where you could farm like thousands of gold, blood money, whatever the hell, in just a matter of minutes. Now you'd have to do it one wand at a time where you're just like, place the wand, tablet the dude. Oh, I missed the fucking throw. Okay. Hey! No, my statues! But yeah, I don't want to keep, I was just kind of showing it because I feel like it is something that people may be interested in. Oh yeah, I forgot the wand that we're using right now, because it has the fireball orbit. Fireball orbit, just like how it can hurt the player a bit, that pretty much that element to it, you can end up kind of using the fire basically to your advantage, that fire, and it'll burn some of your enemies, and because you don't own the fire, that'll give you blood money. Levitadium. There's some pollen for today. Oh, and on a good wand. What the fuck? It is an awesome wand. We'll put up these. So we got pollen to use in our pollen engine today. Boom. Give us more blood money. Do we need to understand chainsaw wrapping for this? I mean, there may be wrapping involved depending on what we build. Just use this for the thumbnail. This is AI and edited, and I don't appreciate it. Hammond Vitaja. How do I remove the demon you just summoned in my living room? I wasn't speaking in tongues. That is Finnish. All right. Do you kill bosses this run? Yes, we're about to be going to kill the alchemist boss. And so that we can have, because right now our digging, we only have like a limited amount of black holes. I want to get infinite. So we'll go kill the alchemist so that we can get infinite digging. Then we'll use that infinite digging to grab the last of our resources that we need for the pollen engine. And then we will build the pollen engine. Here's the link you were looking for. For some reason, I don't think that was the link I was looking for. Oh, I did not see that right down there. That could have gone terribly. So it works. It just was you know, I was a little sloppy with it. The boss that we're heading over to right now, the reason we're prioritizing it now is that he does drop a stone that allows you to edit, but he also will give us an add trigger and stuff, which we need for our pollen engine. Do frogs count as scalies? Chad, I'm gonna need you to weigh in on this one. Any furries out there? Alright, let's see if I can do this correctly. I usually don't like to be above. We gotta kill the purple orbs around him. Actually, my wand's kind of shit for killing them once we get rid of the purple orbs. I just realized how bad it's gonna be. It's gonna be probably pretty bad. One purple, one left. We need to be ambrosia during this, by the way, because he is the red ones do reflect the damage back onto us. And yeah, that'll mess us up pretty good. We almost got him. All of this just because I like to avoid the actual arena area, because there can be polymages and stuff on the side. So you have to be very alert. When you have to be ready to jump out of the way if a polymage or some bullshit goes down. There we go. We want this stone right here. This allows us to edit wherever we're at, which is nice. And then now we can use this inventory space down here. Grab up anything here that we possibly could use. Oh, shit. One refresh. Oh, come on. Come on. There you go. Alright, that should do. Alright, let's go talk pollen engine, yeah?
You are full of darkness and evil and malice and spite and cruelty and sadism and menace and cruelty and DunkOrSlam.
I am full of DunkOrSlam. That part is true. The rest of them also true. So currently, we have this pollen. And when you shoot it, it's pollen. It's shocking, right? You didn't see it coming. I know, I never see it coming either. This is the foundation for the engine. The pollen, the reason it's called a pollen engine specifically is it has some kind of unique attributes about it that not a lot of other spells in Noita have. One specific one is that, well, I mean, you can fly into it and it pops and it hurts you, which is a bad thing. But if we were to put on pinpoint a light, let's shoot a pinpoint of light at it. See that? You see how it popped the pollen? That is a big deal. So the pollen interacts with other projectiles. So it's a projectile that interacts with projectiles. This makes it very, very nice. Watch when I shoot this pinpoint of light into the pollen. Do you see how it's firing off many times as it's traveling along? It's not just shooting off one time. I'll give you a little more of a clear visual if I do orbiting arc onto that one. I believe should work. Let's see. So then, okay, hold on. It's kind of being annoying. No, you got to hit the pollen. There. You see that? Kind of cool, right? What's happening is that the pinpoint of light is firing off the pollen. The pollen, then that spawns in, then gets hit by the pinpoint of light, which then fires off another pollen. It's like looping into it, just keeps going, right? The reason that whenever I fire it off, you don't immediately see it do something. You don't just like, I don't shoot it off and it's like, oh, it's working. It's where it has to hit something to begin the chain, right?
I really wish you guys could see
Something to
this guy
begin
right now.
the craziness. Every time it, you know, something hits it first, once something hits it, the pinpoint of light fires off the pollen, which then gets hit by the pinpoint of light, which then hits off the pollen. But imagine if instead of just having the pollen, what if you had it where it fired off pollen, but then also maybe some way that like it heals, like it shoots a heal out as well. So then you have it shooting off pollens and heals like crazy. Then you would need to make sure you do some kind of inner spell, but you have to do inner spell on just the heal, but not the pollen. So the point is, we're going to get a little more, we're going to build on this, but this is the foundation. Also, I can't remember what the pinpoint of light needs to be a full-on wisp, but also I think there's a couple different ways you can kind of make it infinite. Let me, this, if you type !challenge, it's going to link you to the trigger loop, which is this one. But I think if we type in Pollen engine, we may see some even more elaborate examples. That's why we probably should collect a couple more spells so that we could. That one's actually really simple. It literally just throws a chain bolt into it. So remember, like I was saying, it is just this. But instead of only firing off pollen, it's like, I mean, like I said, we don't have anything cool. It's firing off pollen and a triplicate bolt. So shoot it. See, it's not alone. It's just firing off one. So you gotta think creatively and think about like, well, if something's firing off a ton of times, what's something besides, you know, pollen that could partner with it to be very useful. That's where we don't really have the best resources at the moment, but hopefully we'll be able to get some cool ones. Like if you do the full teleport like that, yeah, it's gonna kind of fling me around. But if you were to put Nala onto the teleport, that could look kind of cool. Woo! No, that one, he literally creates a bridge. Some spicy ones. Oh shit. It's a couple heals. Dude, they have some really, really good ones. Really good, like, gifts of them, at least. And a little bit of explosions on that one. What are you looking for? Just any kind of cool spells that I think can make some fun stuff. And if I could find, like, an inner spell, a reduce, little things like that would be quite nice. But I don't have, like, a one thing. Like, we need this one specific thing. It's more like, let's see what the game will throw at us and then see what we can make from whatever it throws at us. It's not going as much. I think it's because the saw blade maybe is fucking with the pollen. Get rid of the Nala. No, I'm not getting rid of the Nala. You trying to get me killed? Need a new wig. This one's overgrown. I'll get a haircut soon. It's not a wig though. Shut your mouth. What? So maybe we don't put the orbiting arc on that. Strap in, boys. We're going on a ride. Okay, that could have gone really badly, actually. I was praying that that thing let us out, because our health was tanking. that could have been bad news. Ooh, there is a chainsaw. Oh, shit, it was still on there? You know what? Put that up. Got them right where I want them. Instead of chain bolt though, we could throw something like the heal on there, but the heal needs a charge, so we use Gamma, cast a copy of the last spell. So when you shoot it, if you jump into it, you get lots of heals. And not only that, it does it like in this circle. We don't want it to be in a circle. We want it to actually hit our player. So what you could do is next on the Gamma, you put the inner spell. Inner spell is going to move the heal on top of the player. Let's see. Oh. The downfall is, if I put inner spell, not only does it move the heal on top of the player, it also moves the pollen on top of the player. This is bad. We need the pollen to stay on the pinpoint of light, not on me. So we have to make a... Basically, we need the heal separated from the pollen. We need these in two separate groups. So the way you can do that is by putting an expiration trigger on the pollen and then placing the heal inside the pollen. Now when we fire it... Wait, hold on, let me give it 1 second. Now when we fire it... Much better, right? Now it's starting to do its thing. And to not drive yourself insane, you probably want to put a Nala on the heal as well. That way it dies off quickly. And then I also put a... So each time I'm shooting this off, it's kind of annoying because I keep having to jump into it to start it. So let's just shoot a Pollen at the same time.
Right now, he is drenched in sweat.
By shooting this Pollen at the... putting this Pollen at the very front, it means that it will fire off this Pollen in this pinpoint in the same moment. And when it does that, it will immediately start to heal me. We don't have to use the heal if we don't want. That's why earlier we kind of were just... I mean, you could use whatever. You could do homing, ball lightning. In fact, you probably don't want the expiration trigger anymore if you do that, though. Yeah. Yes, so you can make it have an infinite lifetime. In fact, we kind of have the setup for it a little bit, but I'm trying to think how we're going to make it work.
Can you repeat that? And more simple this time? The shine on your bald head was distracting me. Also, where do the chainsaws come in?
Mods beat his ass.
Nola.
Nola. We've done it. I may test a couple of theories of stuff. But this one is just the healing engine that we have done a similar build before. But it does allow us to have infinite healing. What the dunk is that? That's my Pollen engine. The reason it's called an engine is the Pollen is what powers this infinite looping method where it just keeps kind of looping into itself. You can choose whatever payload you want. You can make it shoot off nukes every, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can make it shoot off nukes like as many times as I'm getting healed. You can have that be something super dangerous. The reason I say this method is kind of shit is because watch what happens when I move my cursor to the right. Small downfall. We can only look in one direction always. Inner spell, we swapped that one. We put chain bolts. This could be good.
Spin.
Some screensaver shit right here. Is the bitrate tanking? Can you see clearly, chat? So what we're doing, we're going to the previous zone to say hi. The enemies all moved out. They knew I was coming. Oh shit, a polymorphine dude? That's probably not the best guy to be goofing around with. I'm literally not firing my wand, just to be clear. Like, here, I'll... Yeah, see, like... Kill them all! Alright, looks like we have to do ball lightning. Dude, good thing I turned the audio down because I think we'd be deaf right about now. Look at the electricity that's coming out of like the source position. It's kind of sick. I'm moving. I'm slowly getting further away. Every month is Pride Month in Noita. Hell yeah. Cam is getting blurry. Okay. Alright, yeah. So this one pushes the bitrate a little too far. You want to see what the invis color would look like? I'll show you. It would look like this. This is what it would look like. Whoa. Who's the worm now? You can just fall infinitely easily. Wait. Oh, I still get hit by the... Wait, wait, I'm no longer getting hit by it. Why did I get hit by it for a moment? Oh, if you're free falling, you move fast enough. Remove the Nala from the black hole, you coward. You just want my game to crash. A nice lava bath. Chat, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us on our journey today. I was hoping to build some more crazy stuff. I need to do some more research on different ways that we can accomplish this besides this kind of janky ass pinpoint of light. There's definitely other ones out there. For sure. Damn, that was some bad RNG. Now we start the fight. Put down your shield, call me, you piece of shit. Oh shit, you see how much damage he just did to me? Because his shield, he grabbed all my projectiles and he just pumped me. That could have been it's kind of dangerous. He pumped me. There we go. We built the pollen engine with the heels. And now into the dark sun we go. No! Anti-baby pillin'.